Although Thanos, Loki, and Ultron are among the Avengers' greatest enemies in the films so far, arguably the greatest adversary in the books in the time traveling is Kang. Since the character made his debut in the pages of Fantastic Four in the early 1960s, he's up until now been off limits for the MCU due to the rights belonging to 20th Century Fox. But that's no longer an issue, and Kang can finally appear to make life very difficult for the Avengers, whoever that lineup may be in the future. Born in the 30th century, Kang's true name is Nathaniel Richards, and he believes himself to be a descendant of the Fantastic Four's Reed Richards. It's also been suggested that he is a descendant of Tony Stark or possibly Doctor Doom. Regardless of his bloodline, Richards is obsessed with the past, and in particularly the heroic age of heroes like the Fantastic Four and the Avengers. Having already conquered the future, he seeks to dominate over the past and inserts himself in various points of history. Throughout his time in the comics, the character goes by many names, but as his enemy of the Avengers, he is primarily known as Kang the Conqueror. Kang is a primary antagonist, and in many of the Avengers' greatest comic book storylines, including the Kang the Dynasty, Avengers Forever, and the recent Kang War 1, and those are just the tip of the iceberg. The obsessed Kang is convinced that as long as one timeline exists in a state of chaos, reality can't be at peace. So he seeks to conquer every timeline and bring them under his iron hand in a way of creating order. It's ultimately a defiance way of thinking because there are endless timelines, but then that's why Kang goes pretty much stark raving mad. Although the Avengers seem victorious at the finale of Avengers Endgame with Thanos being defeated and those snapped away having returned, perhaps not all is as it seems. By mucking with the past in their time heist, the Avengers created at least one alternate timeline, even after Cap puts away the Infinity Stones right where he found them. One loose end remains. There is now a timeline in which Loki gets away with the Tesseract in 2012, and nothing good can come from that. What if Loki does indeed hand over the Space Stone to Thanos in 2012, and then Thanos goes on with his plan for the snap? That means that there is a version of Earth that was ultimately conquered. Maybe one where Thanos hands over the Earth to Loki in exchange for the Tesseract, as he promised. For whatever good they did in their reality, the Avengers may have totally screwed up another, and where there's timeline chaos, there's Kang seeking to control it. If the man who would be Kang grows up in this ugly reality, or any reality created by the Avengers' time shenanigans, there could be blame to go around for the Earth's mightiest heroes. Imagine if Kang found out that this chaos was thanks to the Avengers from their future messing around with the past to save their own world. He might grow up very resentful to anyone who calls themselves an Avenger. Kang might seek to undo their damage to the timeline simply by taking control of every known timeline to himself. The possibilities are literally endless. As we are talking about the multiverse here, even more fun to think about who could play Kang in a potential movie. If he is a descendant of Tony Stark, for example, maybe we see Robert Downey Jr. return as a villainous role. How crazy would that be? Regardless of who is under the mask or which actor plays him, we think it's only a matter of time before Kang shows up. Pun fully intended. So that's our video. Would you like to see Kang the Conqueror in the MCU? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more great content.